collects it, left wing three. And a chance for the Liberty on this possession to tie or take the lead. Ionescu, bounce pass as...
From the Liberty, we've been seeing them switch up the defense. We saw them do the full court trap. This time, kind of a 1-2-2 defense that just slows down the Mystics getting into their offense. And as they were slowed down, caught a player just camping out in the lane.
Citron called for her second personal to go along with 11 points, the only player for either team in double figures in this first half. Some great point guard play on display in this game tonight. You think SDA, Sabrina, you match that up with Citron as Stewart finds a lane and converts. 34-32 now, Liberty in front.
Can really exploit that matchup. The skills of Stewart putting the ball on the floor.
Austin driving strong off glass and in. That is ending a 7-0 run by the Liberty to tie this one up at 34. Austin now up to 8 points. A turnover yet again by the Liberty. Bounce pass to the streaking Onyonwere. And gives it right back. Johannes with the steal. Stewart looking for an open Phoebus for three. And last touched by Jones, by Betts.
You know, Liberty doesn't get a lot of credit about their offensive rebounding because it might not show up in the stat sheets, but JJ was absolutely battling for the extra effort. We've seen that here tonight. Players just being able to get a tip out, being able to just get in on the rebound here with the extra effort, giving them more possessions.
Betts called for the foul, her first, as she takes a seat. Phoebus feeding to the corner. Stewart, that's a part of her game this year that she's had struggles with, has tried to overcome. And a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Austin. That's going to be 2 against her. So Austin now with 2, Citron with 2 for Washington. A New York team that started the year 3-4. They've now won 8 straight. SDA, the talented rookie, off to Sabali, spots up for 3 off the mark. Not the type of shot you want Satu Sabali taking in that position.
Yeah, I like the relocation, but it was contested, right? You can get more ball movement. The ball didn't have to stay on that side of the floor. They're at their best when they're working both sides of the perimeter.
You notice how quickly, Dominique, Washington is able to get it down in the offensive zone in the low post.
Yeah.
Less than 3 seconds it takes for them to get into an offensive rhythm.
Very quickly, because right now against the Liberty press, their players are spread out. And with them being spread out, it opens up the paint for Kiki in the post, Austin in the post, and they can get the ball down there and work and have some room to operate.
Citron, one-on-one with SDA, tried to go bounce pass inside, taken away, turnover for Washington. As Stewart, mismatch with Citron. Double team comes. Shu left open for 3. That is now the second 3 of the first half for Han Shu. And the Liberty go up by 3.
And I love that Coach DeMarco was saying, shoot it before she even touched the basketball. She's been playing wonderfully these last few games. Got her first career start against Connecticut. And then tonight, coming off the bench, just playing her role and doing it well. Never forcing her game, just whatever the team needs out there. I've been really impressed with Lauren Betts as of late.
She had a career-high 7 rebounds in the win against Connecticut. She also did mention that she thought at 6'7" she'd be the tallest on the floor, and that she went up against Brittany Griner, who is 6'9".
Someone who she looks up to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively. Low, Sabali with the beautiful look in transition. Now a 41-36 lead off the assist from Stewie.
Really nice execution, because the weak side, Sabali just dive into the cup. Little back door.
Amor, who's been quiet so far in this first half. Down to 7. Looking to the corner, Citron playing with those 2 fouls. Hand in the face, SDA with the good defense, and now tracking it down for the loose rebound. And that one will stay with Washington with 12 on the shot clock.
The offense been moving good for the Liberty. Got the ball here. I mean, you have a playmaker like Stewart who can see over the top of the defenses, right? I mean, she makes that zip pass from the top of her head. 6'4", can facilitate as well.
I know it's early, potentially, Dominique, to talk about triple-double watch, but you've got Stewart, yes, only 4 points, but she does have the 6 rebounds and the 5 assists, and more importantly, a +10 on the floor for the Liberty.
It's incredible how the roles shift every game for different players. I mean, we see Stewie be a playmaker one night, and one night she's scoring it at a high clip. Sabali can score it at a high clip. Other nights she might be facilitating. JJ as well, too, because it speaks to the versatility up and down this lineup. When you call a number, they're just ready for whatever you need to get the win.
Well, this second quarter, turnovers have been an issue for Washington, and so has the foul trouble for your key players. Iriefin just picked up her second foul. You've got Citron with 2, and you've got Austin with 3.
And Mystics have 6 turnovers in this quarter alone. And, you know, it's interesting. The last time they faced the Liberty, they had 18 turnovers. Liberty had 23 points off of those turnovers. So this is a team that's second to last in the league at taking care of the basketball. They have got to do a better job with that in the first quarter. That's how their offense was able to blossom.
Stewart 5 points now, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And a foul that goes against Phoebish. That will be her first. Just over a minute to play in this first half. Liberty looking to extend its win streak to 9. Washington trying to get back to 500 on the season. Amor. And Sabali forced the contact. Doesn't agree with the call.
You know, Sabali's gotten caught with that call a couple of times this season, not giving the shooter space to land, catching them on the way down. Just has to be under control in the closeout.
And now here's a quick word from State Farm.
You know who puts in the work like you, Caitlin? State Farm. They help you get coverage that fits your life and budget.
That guy puts in the work, too.
Yeah, I know. Gary and I are real tight.
It's Greg.
Oh.
Georgia Amor with 3 free throws. Missed all of last year because of the ACL injury. Did have a phenomenal college career. Started Virginia Tech, played out at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Making an impact in her first full season in the W for the Mystics.
Plays great minutes, has hustle. Still trying to find her footing with scoring the basketball. I mean, we saw her score so much in Kentucky, but she has been a playmaker for them.
Tries to fire up a 3 here off the mark. Perhaps rushed it in a 3-point game. Stewart driving through. Betts wanted to travel, but they will call the foul against Washington.
Is that on Kiki?
And if that is on Iriefin, that will be number 3. So she, along with Austin, both with 3 fouls in this first half.
Great recognition from Stewie for realizing that she was underneath the basket. And we know that Breanna Stewart lives at the free throw line, integral part of her game, but just caught her backing up, knew that she had 2 fouls and said, hey, I'm gonna get another foul on her before we go into halftime.
Gugulich having to come off the bench. Iriefin taking a seat with those 3 fouls. So if you're Sydney Johnson in this particular position, Dominique, how do you adjust with your 2 bigs? Star bigs coming back from injury, no less, both on the bench with 3 fouls.
You know, not necessarily a positive thing, but he did have to play without them in that gritty win over Connecticut, right? So the adjustment now, you're going to have Onyenwere down in the paint, being, you know, a forward of some sort, playing big minutes. Lauren Betts getting a lot more minutes here. You have confidence in her. So just a few adjustments you're going to have to make, but not something they're unfamiliar with.
Down to 3 on the shot clock, Citron. As Sabali able to get a hand on it, and the Liberty can hold for the final shot of this first half. Sabali trying to feed it to Ionescu. No, now McMahon sees the clock, pressures through, throws up.
But the defensive pressure of the Liberty is going to continue. They're going to utilize their length on both ends.
Third quarter underway, cross-court pass from Stewart. Johannes, no. Phoebish fights her way and taps it in with a second chance point opportunity.
Thiebish, nice job on the glass. Another player who can just really do it all for this team. And again, that pesky offensive rebounding, I think the Liberty have gotten so much better at as the season goes.
Let's go over to our sideline reporter, Steph Menacero, with more.
Yeah, I spoke with coaches from both teams. Someone from the Mystics coaching staff said he likes the way that his team has been playing aggressively in that first half, especially Cintron, but going to need to keep that up in the second half. Defensively, he said, look, we know they're going to make shots. We just can't keep giving them wide open shots. As for the Liberty, someone from their coaching staff said they want to see more intention on both sides of the ball. He said they came out not playing the right way. I said, what do you mean by that? He said defensively, not communicating. Offensively, not valuing the ball.
Amor there with a three. Krista Marco made a point, as well as Sydney Johnson, specifically Johnson, about the fact that they've got to play 4 tough quarters of basketball against this Liberty team. Last Sunday, he said, I only give credit to about 2.5 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, they were in it. They were in the game. And then Liberty created some separation.
Johannes, again, struggling from 3, 0 of 4 tonight.
It's really tough, learning lessons for rookies, how to put together a full game. Man, great defense from Brianna Stewart.
Area Finn along with Stewart with the tip coming up.
We saw her on Sunday have 7 blocks. You know, this isn't a block shot, but she just palms the basketball. Area Finn brings the ball down.
Area Finn, who missed the last 3 games because of an ankle sprain. They did credit that as a block for Stewart. That's her fourth of the night for the Liberty. 6 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Here's on the give and go. Stewart off the nice feed from Johannes.
I think Stewart will take that for her running at Defensive Player of the Year. Add another block to the box score.
Beautiful reversal baseline with the answer as Washington continues to fight their way back. Jones launching up a 3, front iron that attempt. (47-44) our score. Area Finn one-on-one goes right past Stewart.
And that's why she's got to be on the floor. Picked up that 3rd foul late in that first half. But you see, back here on the floor, they're in this game. They need her to be a leader, offensively and defensively, the anchor for this team.
And keep in mind, Area Finn and Austin both on the floor playing with 3 fouls. UNESCO trying to go no-look pass. Leads to a turnover for the Liberty.
Well, the Mystics are 3rd of points in the paint. Here's why. Amor starting to heat up just a little bit here, looking for a shot, being aggressive, and then Kiki putting the ball on the floor, blow by Stewart.
This is a Washington, by the way, that has the capability of dominating in the paint. They've had 4 games this year of at least 50 or more points when it comes to points in the paint. And with the likelihood of Area Finn along with Austin, you put in Betts into that equation, that might be the secret recipe for Sydney Johnson.
And you know, one of those games was when they faced the Liberty May 10th, that game that went to overtime.
Look at the pass and the beautiful feed. Area Finn trying to answer, just missed on the attempt though.
I know she would want that one back wide open. Just fakes like she's going to go up and then cuts back.
And Stewart trying to answer on the other end. 1 and done for the Liberty. Amor has made her presence felt. Carried with the basketball. You don't get a carry call many times.
You don't. You don't see that a lot. I think maybe thought she was going to hand off to Cintron.
Stewart, 3-pointer, just barely graces the iron. 0 of 2 from beyond the arc for Stewart. 1-point game as we approach the 6:42 mark. And a foul against Stewart. And that will be number 2 against the veteran. This is a much different Mystics team we're seeing on the floor than we did just about a week ago when they were held to a season-low 64 points. Austin nearly blocked by Stewart. They're going to call a blocking foul underneath. And that is going to go against Jonquel Jones. That's going to be number 2 against Jones.
Well, interesting. The double came to Citron, and then she had to pass out of it. Austin had to adjust in the air. Didn't see a lot of contact.
The NWSL returns to Ion Saturday, July 4th, with a doubleheader. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern with the North Carolina Courage versus Seattle Reign, followed by the San Diego Wave versus Gotham FC. Austin, 1 of 2, ties it up at 47. Here's Phoebus off the high ball screen with the dribble drive. One-on-one with Amor, and the veteran wins the battle.
I really like that. Keeping the dribble alive, came off the stagger screen, but did not settle. Just kept the dribble going, crossover to the left. And then when you have Amor on you at 5'6", he just goes up with the basketball. Amor could do nothing on that play.
I mentioned before, Amor's intensity has certainly gone through the roof here in this third quarter. She's certainly making her impact felt in what has been her first full season off the ACL injury a year ago. Phoebus, meanwhile, knocking down both free throws. Now up to 7 points in this game. Amor controlling at the point, guarded by Johannes. Austin one-on-one with Jones. And a fight for the rebound underneath. Quick fire and shoot. Phoebus, that's what she does so well. Three-pointer to extend the lead to 5.
That's a Phoebus game? Phoebus really getting it going from 3.
Number 1 in the W in catch and shoot from 3 at 45% this season.
Seems like a different player every night for the Liberty.
Area Finn, one-on-one with Stewart, and they're going to get Stewart for her 3rd.
It has been a battle in the paint. And Area Finn has terrific footwork, down low. Gets Stewart moving. Just takes advantage.
Area Finn in her return tonight, 6 points with 3 rebounds, is playing with the 3 fouls. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast how she, along with Citron, are the pillars, if you will, for the foundation of this young team, this young core moving forward. And she has said throughout this year she's embracing a new leadership role. And she knows how talented this league is, that every game is going to be a competitive 40-minute contest.
Yeah, and I mean, how tough is that to embrace being a leader in your 2nd year, right? I mean, you have such a fantastic year last year. You come back, try to avoid the sophomore slump. She's averaging nearly a double-double right now. But to embrace that role that this team is young and so am I, but I can still be a leader with my impact, my way I carry myself, my professionalism out there on and off the floor. Give her a lot of credit for that.
Was named an all-star in her first season. A year ago, drafted number 4 by this franchise, all-rookie team. There's a foul that was given to Lucy Olson. That's her 2nd. Down low, Johannes just tried to throw it up. Wow, that almost went down. Add that to the highlight reel if that had gone down for Marie Johannes.
You sound shocked.
Well, yeah.
We're expecting it at this point.
I mean, at this point of the season, anything is possible.
I know. My goodness.
Citron gives it off to Betts. Great vision down low, and the rookie fights her way through. Lauren Betts off the bench with 8 points to go along with 3 rebounds.
That was a terrific catch because it got in cleanly, but she ripped it quick behind Jones.
Unescu, and there's a block on the other end by Betts. Defense potentially turning to offense. Onyenwere. And a timeout called by Chris DeMarco. What a run for Washington. Stewart wins the battle. Ariafin now into double figures with 10 on 4 of 9 shooting.
There's so much toughness to her game because once she gets stopped, she just keeps going. Ducks her head down, uses the strength.
Stewart one-on-one with the second-year Ariafin able to end what was a 8-0 run by Washington. 10 points, 8 rebounds. Season high 5 assists for Breanna Stewart. Betts met by a triple team. McMahon left open for 3, can't convert.
Nice job, Sabali, coming to help out STA because she was down there all alone on Lauren Betts.
Sabali works inside, and they're going to get McMahon for the foul underneath. Gardner, along with Shue, checks into the game as Phoebish, along with Jones, takes a seat. On Shue with a pair of 3s off the bench. This second unit outside of Breanna Stewart. On a foul away, Ariafin. And that is going to be the 4th foul on Olsen as Stewart to the free throw line.
Tried to keep Stewart from flashing to the basketball, and Stewart pushed her out of the way. He's getting a little physical down there, but Olsen cannot impede the progress of Stewart, who's trying to come up and cut through the lane and get the ball. And you see a double team kind of coming on Stewart, try to make it difficult because Ariafin's in a little bit of foul trouble. Can't do it all by herself.
Stewart knocks down both free throws, closing in on another double-double. She's already got 100 in her career. A game that has seen 9 lead changes and 12 ties. Olsen playing at the point with the 4 fouls. Citron, who's been held in check in this 3rd quarter down low, and a foul that goes against the Liberty. It's going to go against Rebecca Gardner.
Well, you knew that was going to happen instantly because Gardner was matched up on Kiki Ariafin, and she carved out space, moved her to the other side of the goal, and the teammates immediately went to her.
It's no secret, Dominique, sitting with you here tonight, it's going to be a battle of wills in the front court. Can the tandem of Austin and Ariafin outlast the likes of Breanna Stewart?
Yeah.
That is the storyline right now playing out tonight. Knocks down 1 of 2. We are once again tied here at 56. Under 3 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Washington has lost the last 10 against the Liberty. SDA trying to feed it inside, leads to a turnover. Now 10 turnovers for New York. Betts as Citron calling for it on the right wing. Betts left alone, not her shot. SDA with the rebound. Stewart looking for some help as SDA resets shot. Driving through as McMahon skies in for the rebound. In transition, Washington liking to move. Defense to offense for Cody McMahon.
Pretty nasty. McMahon pushing the length of the floor. Just surveying what she's got. Gardner backpedaling, little power dribble. And then the smooth finish. Beautiful move from McMahon.
I know the theme and the narrative that was built this year around Washington was around this youth movement. They are not playing like the youngest team in the league right now. They are looking like a veteran team going up one of the best teams in New York tonight.
Well, you got to grow up sometime, right? And experience is the best teacher. They have been playing in a lot of close games this season.
Shot clock winding down. Amor with just 1.1 left on the shot clock. So it's going to have to be a quick release and a quick shot attempt with just 1 on the shot clock. Amor's going to throw it in to Austin, who lets it fly in.
Exactly what you want. jumbled up in the paint here. Defense trying to figure out who to guard.
An answer by Stewart, up to 14 points for her.
And I think after that shot, Austin was just up a little bit too high. Stewart beat it down the floor.
We have seen 60 points in the paint combined between these two teams. Austin, and they're going to call Stewart for the foul. That is going to be number 4 against Breanna Stewart, in disbelief, by the way.
I mean, how quickly have the fouls stacked up against Stewart? She had her hand on the ball there. A late whistle. Not sure from that angle if she grabbed the wrist after the ball was released, but she knocked the ball out. I thought it was clean from that angle there.
You can tell from the reaction here inside the Barclays Center, they do not agree, as Jonquel Jones is going to come off the bench, and Stewart's going to have to take a seat with those 4 fouls. Washington in this third quarter, 5 of 10 at the free throw line. As Austin up to 12 points, leading the way for Washington, up 61-58 as we close upon the final minute of this third quarter. Gardner inside to Jones, one-on-one with the rookie. Now lost the handle of it underneath. Turnover leads to transition opportunity, and Astier is going to be called for the foul on the bump. That is going to be now Astier's 3rd personal foul.
Well, now the Liberty needs to recognize the ball goes on the floor. Defense is going to collapse. They're swarming. They're batting the ball. They're getting their hands on it. Every single time they try to dribble in the middle of the paint. I mean, Liberty came out with a hot hand from 3, right? Now they're shooting 31% from the 3-point line. Mystic's going to adjust. They can back up, clog up the paint here. And they've been doing that. It's been successful for them to get this lead off the Liberty.
Astier takes a seat. Sabrina Ionescu comes off the bench. In her 3rd game back, mind you, from the back injury that she suffered that forced her out for 7 straight games. Both misses by McMahon at the free throw line. Keeps it a 1-possession game. And they're going to call an offensive foul. They're going to call against Sabally.
He is Satu trying to cut through. Looked like McMahon was just fighting over the top of the screen and knocked Ionescu down, actually.
I was just going to say, from that replay, it looked like Sabally knocked into Sabrina more so than she knocked into her opponent. Amor off the handoff from Austin. With a defender in her face, no. Sabrina Ionescu comes down with it. About a 2-second difference now we see between game clock and shot clock. Sabally calls for it, lost the handle of it. It will stay with the Liberty with 14 on the shot clock.
Off the fingertips, because I thought that was a really great look to Sabally on the backside. They've been trying to exploit whoever Amor is guarding, because they clearly have the height advantage and throw it up at the rim.
You can tell the frustration is building in the front court for the Liberty.
Yeah.
Off the inbound, Sabally knocks down the 3-pointer, and we are tied up at 61. Fired off a 12-foot jumper into the hands of Jones. How does New York respond in this fourth quarter? An 8-game win streak. Hottest team right now in the league. Foul away from the basketball underneath. It's going to go against Washington. And that will go against the rookie Betts. And that will be her 2nd. Betts, one of 5 first-round picks in this past year's WNBA draft, coming out of UCLA. National champs. Ionescu, one-on-one with Citron. Veteran versus the sophomore, and now off the mark. Leads to transition play for Washington. Citron, right, strong to the basket, too hard, but was bailed out by a call afterwards.
Citron on both ends. Made the shot difficult for Ionescu, and then just pushing the pace. And we know the whistle gets tighter here in the second half, in the fourth quarter. She just uses that to her advantage to get to the free throw line.
And a reminder, it's a Western Conference showdown as Olivia Miles and the Minnesota Lynx set to take on Gabby Williams and the Golden State Valkyries. That is coming up next on Ion. What a year for Olivia Miles. No doubt the front runner for Rookie of the Year. This one taken away by Phoebish. Strong to the bucket, and an answer, and the Liberty are within one.
Well, you heard Phoebish after that third quarter. We just got to be better defensively. I mean, every single time you speak to her, that is the point of emphasis. Her defensive pressure, how they have to be better on the defensive end. And not only is she talking it, she walking it. Runs through the passing lane.
Stewart checks back in. She has 4 fouls. Sabally goes to the bench. She has 4 fouls. Washington, keep in mind, they have lost 10 straight meetings against the Liberty. Citron fires off a 3. Betts, key offensive rebound. Citron, second chance, off the mark. And another offensive rebound and a reset here for Washington's offense. Haymore in some trouble. Backdoor cut. Onyolwere off the mark. And Jones comes down with it. Johannes looking for her first 3 of the night. 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. And some physical play underneath. Phoebish taking a look at Austin. As a foul is called, and Kiki Irifin's going to come in for Betts.
And the little things that Phoebish continues to do. Just not giving up on the play, and a push to the back.
Johannes 0 for 6. Keep in mind, she had a career high 25 in the first meeting between these two. To the corner, finds an open Ionescu for 3. Fights for it, comes up with the loose rebound and a second chance. Johannes for 3, knocks it down.
Good on her to shoot that. Recognize. Getting the offensive board and just coming back out to reset because you want a good shot. And that's a beautiful shot from Johannes.
She missed her first 6 shots until that first 3-pointer of the night. Washington, Citron easily goes through the defense for New York with an answer.
So much smoothness to her game. I mean, her ability to finish when she gets into the paint amongst the trees.
66 points for Washington, already eclipsing their season low 64 last week against New York. Phoebish for 3, knocks it down. Word now from State Farm.
Caitlin, you know, State Farm sees everything, so you get coverage that fits your life and budget.
You mentioned.
I see everything, too, like the shot clock looking down on me.
Well, he does know math.
Okay, that is cool.
I found it interesting, Dominique. Sydney Johnson was asked before the game, what's it like to have a 26-year-old as your veteran on this team? Onyolwere, who, by the way, has been held in check tonight, 7 points, is one of the assistants on UCLA for the national championship team a year ago. Here's Stewart with an answer, and the Liberty are back in front.
I like the patience on offense Liberty are playing with right now. Just have calmed down. I think they were trying to force some things, ball movement stagnant, trying to get in some ISO bag. Right now they're playing team ball by exploiting the matchup.
And a foul that's going to go against Citron as her hand bumped into what appears to be the eye or the forehead of Johannes. And that is going to be number 3 against the talented sophomore.
Well, Stewie with 16 points here tonight. Flirting with the triple-double once again against this team, but This is so simple because she just buries you in the paint. You have to keep backing up, backing up, backing up. And then she just turn around, stop jumping.
Dominique, the more that this game goes on and the tighter that it's become, it really has the feel of a postseason game. Johannes off the mark on that three-point shot. Every possession so critical. You can't make a mistake because your opponent's going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. Both teams very competitive. Mississippi played the Liberty tough all 3 times this season.
Tenacious defense by the Liberty that leads to a turnover, a carry again.
Another carry.
How many times would you say you've seen not one but 2 carries called in a game?
I will say don't think I have. I don't think I've seen 2 carries called. Credit the Liberty with their defensive pressure.
3rd turnover committed in this quarter. Ionescu off the cross-court pass. No, flying in is Stewart. Jones muscles her way in, nearly goes down, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
The IQ of Breanna Stewart. Doesn't waste no time. Gets the rebound and immediately the eye connection with JJ. Makes herself available, cuts to the basket, she rewards her. Almost gets an and 1.
Sonia Citron picked up her 4th foul. Jones started off strong, quieted off a little bit. 7 points, 9 rebounds. An 87% free throw shooter. (73-69) Liberty with the lead as we approach the midway point of this 4th quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Amor left open in the corner, spots up, off the mark. Iriafen, no chance on the second opportunity, wide open, but could not convert. Jones, and a foul on the opposite end.
Johannes, 3-level scorer, and when she's this good, you gotta get out of contest. Iriafen has to leave Jones all alone in the paint. Beautiful, smooth touch on that pass.
Jonquel Jones called for the foul, her 2nd. Check that 3rd personal against Jones. 20 assists tonight on 28 made field goals for the Liberty. Here's Austin, converts a 75% free throw shooter. We're also seeing not only the emergence of a team getting out of that youthful stage for walking on the floor, what a New York team, fully healthy, is capable of doing.
Absolutely, and a team that's had to grit out wins. Sometimes they aren't as pretty, and they're learning to do that as well, playing together. And Coach DeMarco has talked about it's still taking time for them to build chemistry.
Stewart near tie-up. Iriafen would have none of it. Battles through, and that ends a drought of almost 4 minutes for Washington as Chris DeMarco wants to take a timeout. 77-73 our score. We've got a good one going on in Brooklyn.
Getting her rhythm, and taking great shots for this team, doing a little of everything, but teammates have been just trusting her around the perimeter to knock down some threes in this game. She's hit 3. And she's been active on the glass as well, too. I think even if the rebounds aren't showing up for her in the stat sheet, getting her hand on the ball, just flying around everywhere.
Almost automatic, by the way, at the free throw line, a 92% free throw shooter. They work it inside. Austin squares up to the basket. Citron with 5 on the shot clock. Great defense by Stewart. Iriafen going one-on-one with Jones with the reversal.
Really nice adjustment. because it felt like Washington was still trying to figure out what defense were they in. They were in a zone. And when you move the ball quickly and then attack in the middle of the paint, the zone's dead. And Iriafen, nice job to finish on the other side.
Johannes ducks away from Stewart. Loose ball coming into the hands of Austin. Great feed, striding to Iriafen. Welcome back, Kiki. Up to 17 points along with 5 rebounds after missing 3 games because of an ankle sprain.
She's been fantastic in the high motor, just been running the floor.
And now a 3-on-1 fast break for Washington. Onyenwere strong to the bucket, and we are tied up at 79.
We talked about it. Mystics just hanging around, kept chipping away, and now fueled by their defense.
They have scored the last 6 to tie this one up yet again. Ionescu to Jones, left wing 3. And an over the back call against Leonie Fibish.
Oh, that was a really nice box out from Onyenwere. But Kiki, man, the high motor, the pump fake, the skill, can put the ball on the floor and finish on the other side. And then she just runs the floor, takes off. Onyenwere goes all the way to the other end. We've seen her get that a couple of times, just keeping her head up.
First one goes down for Onyenwere. 12th lead change now of this game as all 5 starters for Sydney Johnson has scored in double figures tonight. Citron with 14, Amore with 10, Austin with 14, Iriafen leading with a team high 17, and now Onyenwere with 11. It's a 2-point lead for Washington. 8-0 run for the Mystics. Stewart, aggressive defense by Austin. Ionescu driving right in front. No match for Shakira Austin underneath.
Once again, timely buckets. We saw her do this against the Chicago Sky. Ball in her hands, calm, making the right decisions on the floor. And she does that with the drive. I like when Ionescu is being aggressive. Little hesitation. Man, takes on 3 defenders. Just gives a little bit of a move to carve out space to score the layup.
And I give credit to Chris DeMarco. He has slowly brought Sabrina back into the rotation. Had her come off the bench in the first meeting back against the Mystics on Sunday as Citron knocks down the first. Put her in the starting lineup against Chicago. Meanwhile, Citron, yet another impressive performance for her. 14 points to go along with 8 assists and 6 rebounds. 83-81. It's been a tilt back and forth, now in favor of the Mystics. Jones wide open for 3. In and out. Loose rebound. With all the pressure of being a top draft pick, taken 4th overall. But she is certainly the future of this franchise moving forward. Liberty have it underneath. Fibish with the inbound. Stewart. And Iriafen committed the foul. That'll be her 4th to put Stewart at the line.
Yeah, and Amore really tried to get that call. I mean, that's a tough matchup. And a really nice job out of the timeout. Exploited it, but looks like a challenge is coming.
Sydney Johnson has a challenge to use. He will use it here with 53.5 to go in this game. We'll take a look at it on the other side of the break here in Brooklyn.
Washington has challenged the ruling of a defensive foul against number 44, Kiki Iriafen. The previous play is under review.
Drop tops in the parking lot, and I'm gonna take you back to my spot.
81 and Sydney Johnson taking the opportunity to call a challenge on this last play. Let's get a couple of looks at what the officials are taking a look at.
Well, I definitely thought Amor acted a little bit on that play. Because I was thinking, you know, is Amor just 5'6" on 6'4", or did Stewart really catch her with the blow? It doesn't look like anything extra. Looked like actually Amor got away not getting the foul call. She wrapped up Stewart as she was driving to the basket.
Well, it's a timely challenge taken by Johnson. Here's probably our best vantage point.
See Amor reaching in there, kind of with the offhand, also grabbing Stewart on the grab here. So
I mean, just judging it from those replays,
yeah.
I don't feel as if you have to call that an offensive foul against Stewart.
No, I don't think so at all. I don't think there was anything unnecessary in her movement or excessive either. Just driving to the basket there. I think Amor was trying to do the smart play as a smaller defender and pick up that foul.
Stewart, meanwhile, 16 points, 10 rebounds. Jonquel Jones, 10 points and 10 rebounds. 10th time that duo have come up with a double-double in a game as Liberty teammates. That's the most in franchise history, second most in WNBA history.
I mean, in talking to Jonquel Jones early in the season, you know, locking up the big three here for the Liberty, she said, we know that we are better together. And the way that they can play off of each other, those two double-doubles on the night, just doing whatever it takes to pull off a victory.
So as we get a chance through this challenge, as the officials continue to review, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for this Washington Mystics team. They've got a matchup on the road against Minnesota, and then back home against the Lynx. Then they're on the road at Connecticut before coming back home to DC versus Portland and Atlanta. That game against Connecticut will be here on Ion. For New York, 8-game win streak, looking to keep the good vibes going. On the road Sunday against Las Vegas before the matchup that many of us want to see coming up on Tuesday against Asia Wilson and Las Vegas. They'll continue this road trip versus Seattle and Golden State, and then the matchup here on Ion on July 3rd versus Minnesota. So this has become a lengthy challenge, but again, Dominique, this is what we're looking at, whether or not this could be an offensive foul against Breanna Stewart.
I just don't think Stewart came outside of her body. I don't think she gave enough elbow here. If anything, we know that when they are challenging plays, right, they can't assess a foul to the player. And I thought Amor grabbed her arm on that first initial, and it was a no call, and then got the whistle after the fact. So I really don't see how it could be a foul on Stewart, but we'll see here. They're taking their time to look this one over.
And Dominique, we talk about Breanna Stewart, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. A little bit of everything tonight for the Liberty.
Everything. And she was fun.
Does not go to the free throw line.
That's also huge, too. She would have just picked up her 5th foul in such a tight game.
Almost stolen away by Citron, 9 on the shot clock. Washington retains the challenge. As with 6 to shoot, foul underneath the basket to Sabali. And that's going to go against Amor. That's going to be her 2nd. So that puts Sabali to the line. 11 points off the bench tonight. New York in the second half, 8 for 8 from the free throw line.
The #1 in the league, shooting 86% from the free throw line.
Sabali, first trip to the line, an 88% free throw shooter. Gets them both, and we're tied up at 83. And a timeout taken by Sydney Johnson. So 83 all. As Washington has fought their way back just like the Liberty has tonight. And again, I've made this point before, and you agreed with me. It does. It feels like a postseason matchup.
It does. I mean, the energy.
You noted she's coming off a 25-point performance against Connecticut. When she scores 25 or more in a game, Washington is 3-0. They are 3-7 when she scores less than 25. Both teams have a challenge. Both teams have a timeout here with 48.6 left to play. Amor controlling at the point. One-on-one with Astier. Amor, good trap defense by the Liberty. Down to 5. Citron has to float it up. Gives it off to Ariafan, who comes up with the loose ball put back.
This team 4th in the league with offensive rebounds because of Kiki Ariafan. Just follows the ball.
Stewart muscling her way through, no call. Play continues on. Ariafan with a key rebound and now reaching foul.
Kiki Ariafan has been fantastic in this game. And Citron, I believe she was trying to take a shot there. And Ariafan just follows it. She had the seal on the backside. Just puts it in.
You have to go back to September 10th of 2023. The last time the Mystics defeated the Liberty. Before that missed free throw, by the way, Washington had made their last 9. So that's a critical miss to keep it a one-possession game for the Liberty.
This team is 12th in the league, shooting 76% from the free throw line. So they don't particularly shoot it well. They're 67% tonight. But man, they shot 31 free throws. Incredible.
One of 2 at the line, still a one-possession game for the Liberty, 86-83. And a reset timeout taken by Chris DeMarco that advances the basketball. What's your options here if you're New York, Dominique?
I mean, Sabb is here on the floor, but Phoebus just had the hot hand from 3.
Phoebus on the floor, season high 19 points.
Unless Sabb is absolutely smothered, I can't imagine she's not going to get the basketball here. Been making timely buckets. We saw her with the game winner against Chicago Sky as well, too. We trust her with the ball in her hands. 12 seconds left to play.
So Sabali will be the one inbounding it for New York with 11.8 on the clock, down by 3. Gets it into Jones. Tenacious defense. Ionescu on a mismatch, throws one up, off the mark. Phoebus with the rebound, down to 2 seconds. Sabali throws it up, no, and Washington survives on the road and knocks off the Liberty 86-83.
Man, Liberty got a couple of great looks at it. I mean, I thought that